Leadership is setting an example of hard work so that others feel compelled to work their hardest with you.
Consistently striving to make the best decisions day to day demonstrates strong character.
Service is willing to help those in need and not expecting compensation.
Good evening, students, families, and faculty. Welcome to the 2016 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Cassandra Mirando, and I'm the President of National Honor Society. These are our other officers: Vice President Leah Alessi, Secretary Caitlin Rust, and Treasurer Selena Lemus. Our other senior members are Brittany Maniscalco, Olivia Whalen, Catherine Wood, and our Ways and Means Chair, Brianna Maduro. Brianna will now begin to introduce the new inductees.
From the class of 2017, Erica Vega. Lindsay Collins. From the class of 2018, Navetha Aravindan. Laurel Blanchard. Alana Burgess. Allison Bennett. Mario Damasio. Alyssa Gendro. Joseph Janess. Marissa Golden. Reese Klein. Morgan McNeil Berry. Lily Morgan. Caitlin Murphy. Danielle Panico. Kyle Rogers. Bethany Sala. Autumn Strickland. Karini Valley.
pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been elected. I will strive to maintain exemplary standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Now the inductees will take part in the candle lighting ceremony, which symbolizes their admission to National Honor Society. For the class of 2017, Eric Batango. National Honor Society is an organization dedicated to recognizing outstanding students on both the local and national levels. While inductees come into the organization already possessing skills like leadership, service, character, and scholarship, National Honor Society gives them the chance to grow and develop these qualities. I am pleased to announce Superintendent Peter Schaefer, who will be speaking a few words tonight.
Thank you very much. My job here tonight is to introduce to you our keynote speaker, and I will be brief in doing that. But I think it's important just to mention a conversation that we were having prior to me coming up to the podium to introduce her. This person spoke at a National Honor Society ceremony 20 years ago, and she's back for this one. And 20 years ago, it was held the same day as the Super Bowl. She was conflicted as to whether or not she should speak at the National Honor Society or watch the Super Bowl. She was speaking to her aunt, who said to her, Elizabeth Ann, National Honor Society is more important than the Super Bowl. And that's actually the connection I wanted to make for you tonight. What's happened in your families with our students is more important than the Super Bowl. And I'll explain why. Massachusetts public schools are the highest performing in the nation. Abington High School is a high performing school in the highest performing state in the nation. That means that our average achievement on the national level for the last decade in our country has been at the top of the nation. In fact, if Massachusetts schools were measured against the industrialized world, we perform in the top 5 or 8 if we were compared as a nation. So what we have here tonight in Abington is our highest achieving students in a high achieving high school, in the highest achieving public school system in the country. We're all very proud of them, and that, if I connect all those dots appropriately, is why this is more important than the Super Bowl. In talking about our keynote this evening, I asked Cassandra, with the help of the students, why they selected Dr. Gonzalez as their keynote. How they feel about her is probably the best testimony I can give to her. The first thing Cassandra said is that she listens to us. The second thing is that she's an excellent teacher. And the third thing is that she incorporates technology and new techniques in all of the things that she does in the classroom. It's been my distinct pleasure to work with her. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce her to you. She also works at the national level on the next generation of student assessment testing. So she's not only an educational leader here in Abington, but she's provided that leadership nationally. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce to our keynote, Dr. Lee Gonzalez.
Thank you for that introduction, Superintendent Schaefer. I'd like to recognize members of the school committee, families, friends, colleagues, students, National Honor Society members who are here to celebrate today. I have to start with an etymology lesson about what the word induction means. It comes from the Latin duco, ducere, to lead, and to lead into. So my question to you tonight is, where are you being led this evening? What are you being led into? And my answer is, into the fire. I'm reminded of fire by the insignia on those excellent NHS jerseys that members and advisors have been wearing on Spirit Days. As I was preparing for this keynote, I kept going back to this notion of fire and light, flame and torch, and I found myself returning to one of the novels I assigned to my AP Literature students for summer reading, The Road by Cormac McCarthy. In this novel, An unnamed father and son in a post-apocalyptic world journey east to the Atlantic Ocean from their Appalachian mountain home, on foot, living a simple code of ethics. They are the good guys, and they are carrying the fire. The others are the bad guys. They are not carrying the fire. Now, when this young boy has doubts, his father talks to them about their source of motivation in terms of goodness and light. And the boy says, and nothing bad is going to happen to us. That's right. Because we're carrying the fire? Yes, because we're carrying the fire. You see, this notion of carrying the fire means everything. Knowledge, hope, service, leadership, character. The very values we celebrate in all of you this evening. Now, when this little boy worries about having to eventually do bad things out of desperation, his father assures him, we won't, ever. Because we're the good guys? Yes. And we're carrying the fire? And we're carrying the fire? Yes. Okay. And when times get dark, and in this novel, they do, the little boy tells his father, I'll hold the land. Okay. That is what the good guys do. They keep trying. They never give up. Okay. And when the hour is darkest, he asks his father, is it real, the fire? Yes, it is. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Yes, you do. It's inside you. It was always there. I can see it. And when I look out at you tonight, I know where the fire is. I know who is carrying it. And I know that you are the good guys. I know that the fire is here in this room, in your classrooms, in your homes, where you work, on the fields where you play and compete. Your family, your friends, your teachers carry this fire. They have recognized the spark in you because they also carry the light. The entire process of education, also from the Latin educere, to lead out, at home and at school and on the fields and courts, is about leading out of you that light of knowledge that is always already within you. Teaching you to value that wisdom, to carry the fire for yourselves, so that you can go forward on your own without our light. We do this so that you can go on journeys that we cannot, and we will watch your fire from a distance. You are here tonight because you always keep trying. You never give up. And the purpose of my address tonight is to remind you that you carry the fire. And carrying the fire has its benefits and its burdens. Scholarship will sustain you. No one can ever take away what you can learn. It is yours forever, an eternal flame. Many cultures use fire to symbolize wisdom and knowledge, sometimes in a lamp. The National Honor Society has as its symbol a torch lit with flames and fire. By leading you into the National Honor Society, you are being initiated into a society whose very first criterion of admission is commitment to study, to learn, to achieve, and it is marked by the averages you have attained. Not just once or twice did you earn this mark, but consistently over time. It is not a match or a tea light, no single candle, not even a lamp. This is a torch that burns brightly, that you tend and care for, that you refuse to let die out. Keep the fire of knowledge burning bright, whether you look for the fuel in school or on your own. Fire, it seems, is the only one of the four elements that humans make for themselves. You do not have to be in the classroom to fuel that fire. Now, when I was inducted to the National Honor Society in 1977, there was no portfolio requirement. I did not have to record acts of service, leadership, or character. I did not have to ask someone to sign off as a witness that I had done what I had claimed to do. But each one of these students compiled such a portfolio. And I have read many portfolios in the past. Each act you have recorded is a sign to others that you carry the fire. It is what makes each one of you one of the good guys. Not that the others are bad guys, please don't misunderstand, or they don't also carry the fire. But you have fire that we can see, that you are aware of, that you choose to keep burning. Much like the character of Ralph, a lost boy on an island in The Lord of the Flies. You, like him, understand the value of fire. You know what it means, and you have made carrying the fire your priority. That fire is real, and we need people like you to continue to carry the fire, especially when others are distracted, when others choose not to. Your acts of service are part of sharing that fire, giving the flame to others whose own fire might be out or in embers. You will bring people from darkness to light. When you serve, you light that fire of hope in others. You show others that you recognize the spark within them, and you teach them that they are worthy, worthy of your kindness, your time, your energy, your work. Your acts of leadership mean that not only do you share the fire, you hold it high so others know where to go and what to do. By inviting others to follow you, you have accepted responsibility for them. You do not want them to be lost or to stumble on the way. By lifting the torch of your leadership, you accept the challenge of leading others through darkness to light, even when you can only see just a few more steps ahead than they can. Your choices that reflect your character draw upon fire of wisdom and goodness that the others here tonight have kindled in you, and that you have chosen to kindle for yourself. There will be forces that will challenge your character. The winds of trend and change, the rain of sadness and despair, the earthquakes of tragedy and disaster. You cannot control the elements of life. Still, you can always choose to keep the fire of your character burning, shielding it from threats. That takes strength, patience, and perseverance. I think about the strength and perseverance it took for you to complete the actions that you recorded in your portfolio, the dedication and discipline that it will take to remain a member in good standing. I am going to make another request of you here and now. Don't stop. Don't stop when you are no longer required to count the hours. Don't stop after graduation when the stole you will wear over your graduation gown is handed back to Mr. Scott and Ms. McHugh. True honor, true integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching, or counting the hours, or looking at your grades, or turning the pages in a portfolio, admiring your contributions. Now that quote has been attributed to a lot of different people. C.S. Lewis did not say it. Charles Marshall might have said it, and Oprah also has an image on the internet that is something to that effect. But you get the idea. I want you to keep working even when no one is watching. Don't let the fire go out on your last day of membership in the National Honor Society when you walk across the stage and out the doors of Abington High School, here or there, for the last time. There will come a time when NHS is not on your resume, but for now, it does look pretty fine. There will come a time when you learn for its own sake when you are not learning for a grade, and there will not be a transcript as evidence of your achievement. There will come a time when you will be serving others simply because they are in need and not because someone is counting them. There will come a time when being a person of good character will matter only to you and not what others think of you. It won't matter, and it doesn't matter, that right now you might not know exactly who you are, where you are going, or what you are here for. Just don't stop carrying the fire. Don't stop just because you can't see anyone who needs your service. You may not know who depends on the light of your character to make the right decision. You may never know who you inspire, who depends on your ordinary leadership, who is following you in and out of the darkness when there are no team captains or presidents of clubs or classes. And there will be dark days. But even then, even when you think your flame may be out, please know that there is always a spark in the embers able to be rekindled. Even when you think all you have are ashes, there are smoldering coals that radiate a heat that you cannot see. And for those darker days, I leave you with the words of one of my very favorite fire carriers, the poet Ranger Maria Rilke, who in a letter to a young poet said, "You are so young, so much before all beginning, and I would like to beg you as well as I can to have patience with everything that is unresolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves, as if they were locked rooms or books written in a very foreign language. Don't search for the answers which could not be given to you now because you would not be able to live them. The point is, live everything. Live the questions now. And perhaps then, someday far in the future, you will gradually, without even noticing it, live your way into the answer. The fire will be in you, even when you cannot see it, even when you cannot feel its warmth. I see it in you tonight. It was always in you. Another light we can all use for guidance is Lao Tse, an ancient Chinese philosopher who said, if there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace in the home. And if there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in your heart. And I would like to add, in the heart is where we carry the fire. So as you go forward from this ceremony, continue to look for others who also carry the light. Follow them, serve with them, lead with them, even if they cannot produce a membership card of the National Honor Society. And if you don't see anyone who is carrying the fire, well then, it is on you to be the one who does. You are the good guys. And it's not just because you were inducted into the National Honor Society tonight, but it is because you carry the fire. Because it is real, because it is in you, because it was always there. Now, all of us here tonight can see it, and we count on you to lead the way.
Thank you, Dr. G, for being our keynote speaker and delivering such an inspirational speech. I would now like to introduce National Honor Society Co-Advisor Jason Scott.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. I'm sure the inductees will benefit greatly from that advice. We as a society will benefit from that following advice as well. Mrs. McHugh and I are extremely proud of all of you. This organization is highly selective, and you represent the best Abingtonites who has to offer. Recognition of your excellence brings with it the burden of responsibility to serve your school and your community. I know I speak for Mrs. McHugh and the current members when I say we are excited to begin our work together. This night would not have been possible without the help of many people. First of all, I'd like to thank Chloe Tardanico for this beautiful music last night. We'd like to thank the custodial staff for setting up the venues for this evening's ceremony. We'd also like to thank Superintendent Schaefer and the district administration for welcoming our new members this evening and for their continued support of the organization. Thank you to Mrs. Kathy Bailey, Mrs. Wendy Happel, and Mr. Mike Karowski, and the rest of the school committee for their continued support as well. Thank you to Principal Sullivan, also like to thank Mr. Shannon and his media production class for filming this evening's ceremony, as well as Bill Davis, the man behind the camera. And finally, we'd like to thank Abington Bank for sponsoring tonight's reception. At this time, I would like to ask the senior members and officers to exit the room to prepare for the reception. Now I'd like tonight's inductees to extinguish their candles and exit the room to perform a receiving line in the cafeteria. Finally, I'd like to invite everyone here to join us for the last time in this building to celebrate the newest members of Abington's National Honor Society in the cafeteria. Thank you. Congratulations.
I'm doing.